This is Something Somewhere with LEGO Transformer Cup. Cup has been a character I've been wanting to do for quite some time now. I always liked him ever since seeing the animated movie with Unicron and all that. I liked his character, and I decided I would build him. He's not entirely accurate, but there's really only so much you can do, and I think this is more so my take on the character. Now, one glaring downside is his shoulders are incredibly weak, which, I tried to fix, but it's really just the way that it's built. It's not ideal, but it's as good as I could get. Coming around to the back, you'll see the way that the shoulders are oriented. They're on those little pieces that kind of move, kind of like wings, so it's really just the way it's built. And another aspect of it that I'm not the biggest fan of is how the wheels kind of just end up just kind of right here. They kind of stick out, which doesn't look the greatest. He doesn't really have much kibble, really, except for the wheels. Everything else has a place to be, it's just the wheels, which, But on to things that I actually quite like about the figure. I like the overall vibe he gives off. He does kind of feel more so, not grandpa, but approaching grandpa. Which is kind of how he was originally, kind of slightly overweight, old, obviously, meant to be in the war. This is more so approaching that, He's got the hands, you can give him a wrench and you can have him be working on something. Overall, I do genuinely quite like the figure. But that's really all I have to say about his robot mode, so let's move on to the transformation. Now, the transformation is actually quite simple, but it's very effective. First thing you're going to want to do is take the head and turn it on its side, like that. And then you're going to take these shoulders, make sure to straighten out the arms, like that, and take them on those wing joints here and slide them up, like that. Then you're going to come around to the arms. You're going to twist this section around. And then turn it to a right angle like that. Do the same on the other side, and those will become the doors. And then you will take his waist and rotate the entire thing. Make sure it lines up with this sloped piece here, so it's all nice and even. And then you're going to take where the knee is and twist the leg, like so. Make sure it's oriented like that. Come around and do the same on the other side. Make sure everything is even. And then you'll notice that there are studs there on intersecting places, and you can just snap them together and they will keep the back of the truck together. And then you will take the wheels and simply fold them out. And then final step, take the doors and you just line them up. Once again, make sure everything is nice and even and situated to your liking. There you have Kup in his vehicle mode. I love this truck mode. Unfortunately, the wheels do not roll. It's just the way that they're built and the way they connect to the spokes. But they do not roll. But they do look the part, and that's why I love it. And the front of the truck looks great. It looks like an actual truck. That's a thing that I struggled the most on, I think. One thing that I wish I could have done better on is getting it more uniform in its color palette. It's meant to be this sort of azure shade. Maybe that's the wrong word. But I only have so many pieces in that specific color, so it's kind of all over the place. But yes, I have been having so much fun just transforming him back and forth and displaying him as such. Oh, I love this guy. Now, another unfortunate downside of this vehicle mode is if you want to put something in his truck bed, while there is space there, it's hollow at the bottom, so anything you put in there will just fall through. But I have devised a relatively simple solution as long as you have these specific pieces. If you really want to put something in his truck bed, you can take this ladder piece. I believe Lego still makes them. You can kind of form this sort of assembly here, and it's very easy to attach. You flip the truck over, and you just slide it in through the back. And there's just barely enough space that stud friction will hold it in place, and you don't actually have to attach anything. And if you want to put something in his truck bed now, there you go. He can haul around whatever you want. For a size comparison, here he is next to a pencil. Sinewave, who is very different, and a Dr. Pepper can. But that's really all I have to say, so this has been Something Somewhere with Lego Transformer Kup, and I'll see you next time.
Warning, legalized nuclear bombs.